Hi, my name is Jason Nash, and I'm here at Varrow Madness 2013, and today we've got a special Engineers Unplugged that broke out after a little bit of discussion on where to eat lunch and dinner yesterday.
Yep.
So now we're going to have a little bit of waffle boarding to discuss the ins and out of chicken and waffles. So in this corner, I've got Varrow's own AJ Kuftic.
Hi.
And here, we've got Cisco's Amy Lewis. So I'm going to turn it over to them and let them go.
Ladies first.
I think the answer is chicken and waffles are good.
Yes.
It is the original integrated stack.
Let's
That's converged waffle structure.
Yes, converged waffle structure starts at the bottom of the waffle, goes to chicken in the middle, and occasionally people put things on top. However, I would like to point out the things that we agree on. Chicken and waffles are delicious,
Check.
should be eaten often,
Absolutely.
and can be made at home.
Sure, but for fried, I don't, I have a stance on that. I think you should fry commercially instead of at home because they do a better job, hotter oil, crispier chicken.
Fairish.
Game on.
So this initially started, Jason and I were deciding on where to go for dinner yesterday. Jason wanted to go to Dame's Chicken and Waffles, at which point I let off a dissertation on why we shouldn't. I love chicken and waffles. I love fried chicken. I am on a quest to find the best fried chicken in the South.
Ironically, so am I.
Right. What's yours?
Best
Number
so far?
one, go.
Number one, the pig in Chapel Hill.
All right. Glass Onion in Charleston, South Carolina.
All right, now you know, viewers.
Now you know. Quick tip. Call on Monday because they only serve fried chicken on Tuesdays. And you have to call in advance and reserve your order. And it's that damn good. Just go there.
Okay, well, start waffle boarding.
All right, so here's my problem. Now, Dames, don't get me wrong. You're wonderful. You have a wonderful staff. You have a wonderful restaurant. I just have some pickings with how you do chicken and waffles. Okay, step number one.
Also, I disagree with him because I think Dame's Chicken and Waffles is the bomb. All right, so I think this is a waffle. This is, I believe, a traditional Belgian instead of a square.
This is a round waffle. Dame's waffles also don't come out in any sort of general shape. Mine was mostly round yesterday.
You know what I like about that? It came from scratch.
It came from a batter put into an iron.
Fine.
The problem is that my chicken only covered this much of it.
Okay, if you can't correct the ratio yourself with fancy fork work, I mean, that's like a script, right? It's a fork script you run on your chicken and waffle stack.
No. See, you wouldn't put 1,000 VMs on 2 blades, would you? No! You don't have enough resources. You have to have resources. This is a resource contention. That's what this is. Dames has a resource contention on their chicken and waffles. I'll say it on video right now. See? Video. This is a piece of chicken. This is waffle. What you have here is a high waffle to chicken ratio. If you have too much waffle and not enough chicken, listen, waffles are delicious, and their waffles are delicious. But when you're wanting that perfect bite of chicken and waffle, you're only going to get it about 2/3 of that meal. And then
Okay.
a third of it is perfectly good waffle.
Well, it's delicious waffle, and I would argue that if you eat your chicken properly in pieces and not like a wild animal, then you can make it, come out even.
I had to do a lot of folding over. There was a lot more waffle to chicken there.
Did you go with the cutlet or on the bone?
I had to go with the cutlet because if you go on the bone,
Oh.
you get even less. If you go on the bone, you're now down here. One blade instead of 2.
That's like the bare metal versus not. Is that what we're talking here? But no, fried chicken on the bone is the only way to go.
Fried chicken on the bone is more delicious. I will say that. But in order to get proper chicken to waffle ratio, I have to go cutlet. That's how this works.
All right, so we already have some discrepancy here. Okay, next point.
It's a terrible line.
That is. But all right, so we've got ratio. I'm gonna take some notes here. Okay, what about the sides?
Sides? Sides are good. They're macaroni and cheese. They could deal with the spices a little less, but still delicious.
Okay, I like its herby goodness because it's got the chopped herbs, which is also on the chicken, which I know you had an argument that the chicken wasn't spicy enough. So
their chicken absolutely requires their hot sauce, which is delicious nonetheless. However, when I'm thinking chicken and waffles, I don't need hot sauce in this scenario.
I disagree. I think you have a maple syrup add-on. So these are like the apps on top. And so you've got, because that's what we all love. So you've got maple syrup, and you've got, hot sauce, and then you choose what runs. So it's not dependent on the infrastructure.
Maybe. Here, let me take you up the stack of a piece of fried chicken. You ready for this?
You gotta take the mic.
All right, let me take you up the stack of a piece of fried chicken. How Dames does it, and how I've done it. At the bottom, your physical infrastructure. Chicken. Okay? As you go up the stack, you gotta put something on top of it, right? This is skin. Who doesn't love crispy skin in their chicken? Everybody loves crispy skin on their chicken. As you go up, here's where we get a little tricky. Dames goes straight into Batterland. That's a bit of a problem. If you go into Batterland here, this is batter and spices. Hey, Amy, what happens when you put a bunch of spices and flour into a hot batch of oil?
Some explosions.
Exactly. Also, it burns. And those flavors go out into the cloud that doesn't exist.
Okay, fine. There might be some cloud flavor there, but I will also argue that the chicken has been brined. There is flavor inherent to the chicken if you, say, get the chicken on the bone instead of a cutlet.
I've had it both ways at Dames. I've been there twice. I had legs the first time, had the cutlet the second time because I wanted to make sure that my ratio was correct. Step one. Flavor and seasoning comes in second in this scenario because you don't get as much there. Because they put their spices in the batter, they all burn off. The way that I do it, my skin goes with my spices. My batter on top, purely flour. And because of that, because I get my batter up on top, the spices sit underneath, and now I don't need anything. And now I have a perfectly good piece of fried chicken, goes along with a perfectly well-cooked waffle, and now we have a party.
But this is about an integrated stack. So though each component is important, their relationship with each other is also equally important. So the ties that bind. So you can't have the chicken overpower the waffle. So I understand that you've got the ratio argument, but the seasoning argument, it has to be balanced. Balance in the force.
A converged infrastructure is only good as the pieces that are inside of it.
These are delicious pieces. I mean, we are not denying the power of the waffle, which is hot, fresh, and multi-flavored. So you've got options there. And the chicken itself is completely adequate and tied with a side. And we haven't even gotten into the schmear.
I take the schmear left. That's butter with fruit in it. Come on now. Let's be real honest. America, let's be honest with all of ourselves here. We don't need to put fruit in butter. Come on. Send that south. We stick with just chicken and waffle. I'm talking about chicken and waffles and how I like my chicken and waffles done. Seasoning is important, ratio is important. Once you get the seasoning right, this by itself, we don't need to bring schmear or maple syrup or hot sauce into it. They go together and your stack comes together. And that's converged waffle structure.
Yeah, well, last thing, what about software-defined waffle structure? Do you think that's where we're going?
No! Who wants software waffles? No one wants software waffles.
Unicorns do.
Do you want me to draw one?
Yeah. It's unicorn waffle time.
Unicorn waffle time.
So the unicorn came up to the waffle.
Oh, okay, so he's facing this way.
Yeah, oh yeah, he should definitely turn that unicorn around.
He is a chunky unicorn.
Oh, well, he had a lot of particular waffles. Exactly. All right.
We got a tail here. We got a tail. Let's get a tail. We'll bring it over the top. The horse comes up. Head comes down. To the front. Oh, ready? Boom, those are ears.
Wow. Don't try this at home.
Boom, boom. Yes, because he's eating chicken and waffles all the time. He's a chicken and waffles loving unicorn. That's kind of what happens.
There you go. First ever. Jason, if you want to come in and shut us down, we need to be.
Wow. So that was basically the dissertation I got at lunch and dinner yesterday. Sorry, just dinner. But thank you both for this very enlightening, and the crowd behind us that has now appeared on your discussion on, unified waffle structure. And we look forward to seeing you on the next Engineers Unplugged. Thank you.